Right now at 10, safety on the Mississippi. The La Crosse Sheriff's Office patrols the waters for reckless activity. And back-to-back machete attacks, the parks they happened at, and the alleged suspects behind them. Plus, fireworks in La Crosse cap off the 4th of July festivities.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. Happy 4th of July. My name is Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. We begin tonight with the fireworks show from Riverfest. Here's a look at the action. Big burst of color glistening over the Mississippi River. A perfect way to close the festivities and the 4th of July holiday. I can still hear them in the background right now in this studio. And we really lucked out with the dry weather and a nice breeze this evening for the people to get out and enjoy it. What a sight right there. And before tonight's show, the Skyrockers were setting up all morning for it at Pettibone Park. The nonprofit organization travels across the state to perform. The show started at 9:40 tonight and it's still going. And this year they added a new element to it.
We're actually going to shoot to music this year. We will be playing music down at Riverside. The best seat in the house is going to be up somewhere near the main stage so you can hear the music. We put a lot of time into it. We've got some smaller stuff in front that'll have some movement to it. We've got the classic big shells that everybody loves.
This year's show was expected to last about 19 minutes, but I think they prolonged that as it is still going on. Fireworks, Franks, and free admission. The La Crosse Center hosted a free open house earlier this evening. There was an open hot dog bar, a cash bar with cocktails and other beverages, and a great view of fireworks to celebrate.
Well, we're just hosting some guests. Anyone that wants to come, it's free to the public and it's open for everyone to enjoy. We set up a hot dog bar with a cash bar as well. It's a little warm out here today, but we are providing water for everyone. It's just a really great view.
The La Crosse Center's 4th of July celebration wrapped up just moments ago with fireworks capping off an evening full of food and fun. La Crosse residents decked out in red, white, and blue for the Riverfest Kids Parade today. The annual tradition brings a family-friendly element to the celebrations. Kids got to cruise around the park on the express train, and we caught up with some visitors who've attended the parade for years.
Dad was a Riverfest Commodore, or is a Riverfest Commodore. He was 1999's Riverfest Commodore. So we come down every single year since then.
They love riding in the train. I love that we collect buttons. It's something I did as a kid, and I just want them to have that same feeling and same joy of coming to Riverfest that I did.
The kids were joined by veterans, Commodore and First Mate Dustin and Dominique Lukey, and a bald eagle. The La Crosse Sheriff's Office is enforcing safety on the Mississippi. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details of what they're looking out for.
The La Crosse County Sheriff's Office will be out on the Mississippi River this weekend, making sure everyone is having a fun and safe time. Deputies in La Crosse County are planning for a busy weekend on the water.
See everybody else has a drink. You've been drinking at all?
When deputies are on patrol, they're mostly looking out for safety violations.
Jet skis going too close to boats too fast, people violating the no-wake zones, also registration violations.
Most stops are made to educate people on rules and offer safety reminders. But if boaters put others at risk, the Sheriff's Office will give more than a warning.
So I do have a citation here for you. Okay. On the top left, there's your court date. It's August 20th at 2 p.m. at the courthouse.
Deputy Dan Welsh says boaters should make sure they have safety equipment before hitting the water. This includes throwables, fire extinguishers, and life jackets for everyone on board.
There's a bit of a breeze out there, so it's kicking up some waves. And with the extra traffic, it's a little rougher out than normal. We've also had quite a bit of rain recently, so the river's up quite a bit and there's a lot of debris.
He also says that boaters should be careful with alcohol and prioritize things like water and food. Anyone driving a boat should avoid alcohol altogether. The Sheriff's Office and local law enforcement will issue tickets for operating under the influence. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Well, people got to enjoy some nice temperatures for the 4th of July fireworks. Greg, what's it looking like the rest of the evening and weekend?
Well, it's going to be muggy overnight too as we wake up into the 70s too, but then we're going to have showers, thunderstorms come through. So Saturday's definitely going to be impacted with that for any outdoor activities too. Overall, we still are very warm, 82, 83 for this time of night too. Overall temperatures were into the 90s, not record setting. We typically see several days of 90s here. Our record's in the 100, but definitely was warm and very muggy for most of the areas. And feel like temperatures, we're still seeing temperatures in the mid 80s in some areas. Otherwise, we're still seeing feel likes in the 80s. The big picture is all that activity is out to the west. That front, that's the one that's going to be responsible to coming through. But the one thing you note on all this, you're not seeing a lot of yellow boxes, meaning severe weather with this. We'll see some as it comes through, but we're going to see quiet conditions overnight. Just cloud cover increasing. The precipitation will stay off to the west until we get later in the morning. We'll see some of that come through. But mainly some light showers maybe approaching La Crosse by late in the morning. The thunderstorm probably around noon to their afternoon hour. You see temperatures going and getting about 83, and then a little cooler up to the north, obviously because we have showers coming up, and then thunderstorms come more numerous as we get closer to late morning. So later on, we'll kind of figure out what's going on in the afternoon, evening, and then what the rest of the weekend has in store, especially Sunday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. 2 people are in custody after an altercation involving a machete near Copeland Park. Police say both men held the weapon at one point and both were arrested for disorderly conduct while armed. Dor Vandal faces an additional battery charge in the incident. Police say the injured party, identified as Chris Schmitz, is free on a signature bond. Vandal remains in custody. And an update to Sunday's fight in Arcadia involving a machete. Juan Rodriguez and Antonio Lorenzo Blas were arrested on battery charges. The fight happened early Sunday morning at Memorial Pavilion Park, allegedly involving 20 to 30 people. One person reportedly was using a machete. 4 people were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. The scene remains under investigation. Well, Cooley Bank is alerting customers of a scam. The La Crosse-based bank says fraudulent calls appear to be made from their phone number. A notice from the bank said in part, quote, Cooley Bank will never call you to ask for account or personal information. U.S. Navy SEAL veteran Congressman Derek Van Orden is re-enlisting 3rd District constituent Ben Weiss in the United States Navy. Ben served in the U.S. Navy for 11 years and will deploy to Japan next year.
It's so incredibly important and awesome that today is the 4th of July, the day that we celebrate our freedom. And now we're celebrating this young man who literally just raised his hand and swore an oath to God that he would stand in the breach and potentially die to remain, or to have America remain a free country.
The ceremony was held at a private residence in Stoddard. The Viroqua community gathered for the 31st annual Strawberry Shortcake Social today. Attendees were treated to a homemade shortcake, vanilla ice cream, and a coffee or lemonade. The recipe has been handed down from volunteer to volunteer since the founding of the event. Attendees also enjoyed the sounds of the Viroqua Community Band.
Played for the social, I think, almost every year since it's been held, except for when we had rain one year. But they come together and they're just phenomenal. The size of the band has grown and the talent is just great, I think.
The celebration took place at the historic Sherry Butt House Museum, which also holds a collection of Civil War memorabilia. Coming up, President Trump signs his One Big Beautiful Bill into law, a breakdown of what's inside the new legislation. And summer blockbusters. What movies are expected to heat up the theaters? Coming up.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. It's the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event going on now.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger. You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. It's the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event going on now.
President Trump signed his package of tax breaks and spending cuts into law today while he and the First Lady celebrated the 4th of July at the White House. CBS News correspondent Erica Brown reports from Washington.
What we've done is put everything into one bill.
During a 4th of July celebration at the White House, President Trump signed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act into law. With congressional Republicans and members of his cabinet at his side, the president used the same gavel from the bill's final passage in the House Thursday.
This is a triumph of democracy on the birthday of democracy, and I have to say that the people are happy.
The legislation increases spending for border security and defense and extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts.
So you have the biggest tax cut, the biggest spending cut, the largest border security investment.
The new law also makes steep cuts to safety net programs, including SNAP, the Food Assistance Program, and Medicaid. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the package will add more than $3 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, and close to 12 million people could lose their health coverage. During the Independence Day celebrations, U.S. military fighter jets roared over the White House, marking the nation's 249th birthday. The president also invited the B-2 pilots who flew the bombing mission on Iran's nuclear sites in June.
We owe you everything. Great job.
The celebrations wrapped Friday night with President Trump and his guests enjoying a fireworks display. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
U.S. businesses could soon learn the tariff rate they'll pay for certain imports. President Trump says he's sending determination letters to countries likely starting today. He says rates will range from 10 or 20% to 60 or 70%. Trump's so-called reciprocal tariff pause is set to end Wednesday. Trump also signed an executive order establishing the Make America Beautiful Again Commission today. It will expand access to public land for recreation, hunting, and fishing. The White House says it aims to reduce delays that affect environmental management. Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum will chair the commission. Well, a climber was rescued from New Hampshire's Mount Washington Wednesday after taking a 60-foot fall. Video shows a guardsman being hoisted down as the chopper withstands strong winds. The climber was seriously hurt and taken to the hospital for treatment. Well, Hollywood executives are hoping for a healthy summer at the box office, and 4th of July weekend could be an important one. They hope to see a repeat of a record-breaking Memorial Day weekend with the release of Jurassic Park Rebirth. And looking ahead, Superman comes out Friday and Fantastic Four hitting theaters at the end of the month, both expected to rake in big numbers at the window.
Because Fantastic Four takes place in a retro 1960s mid-century modern universe, just like here in Palm Springs. So the film centers around the Fantastic Four. It stars Pedro Pascal, which I guess is America's new sweetheart. People can't stop talking about him.
No dogs on the table. The summer's big winner so far, Lilo and Stitch, is the second highest grossing film this year, behind a Minecraft movie. Still to come, flash flooding ravages the Texas Hill Country. The death toll so far and the many still unaccounted for, including a group of girls at a sleepaway camp.
Yeah, we definitely got storms on your forecast for Saturday. We'll time out when to expect it. It will be severe or strong, and what Sunday and the rest of next week looks like. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Create your stylish summer sanctuary for less with Hot Buys now just $6.99. For a limited time, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide. Shop more Stars and Stripes deals in store and online. Only at Ashley.
Save big at Hy-Vee during the Red, White, and Barbecue sale, Wednesday through Sunday. Our special recipe brats, 4 for $5. Get free Oscar Mayer hot dogs when you buy 8 ground beef patties. Watermelon, just $3.98. Pepsi 6-packs, just $2.50 each when you buy 4. Save on Frito-Lay snacks. Pork shoulder roast. Bush's beans. 24 packs of water. Plus other great deals on Pepsi and Coke. In-store and online, Wednesday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Cordell's Automotive wants to thank you for voting us Best of La Crosse County for another year. With 7 locations, Cordell's is even easier to find near you. As a family-owned business, we truly get what it takes to care for your vehicle so that you and your loved ones can be safe and protected. We're honored to be your first choice in auto repair, mechanic, tire shop, and oil changes. Schedule an appointment and let us help you know you're safe.
What is a floor's favorite type of music? Anything with a good beat. Why is a carpet fitter so good at dancing? Because he's always cleaning the rug. What is a floor's favorite way to win? A clean sweep. What did the rug say to the floor? I got you covered. At Sealands Carpeting, where our #1 priority is you. Stop in today. This place is fantastic.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new fire table. Available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off all in-stock outdoor products. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is outside by the fire.
Ashley's July 4th weekend deals are here. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbusters starting at just $3.99 or save up to 25% off your entire purchase. Plus, no interest for 60 months with no down payment and free white glove delivery only at Ashley.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
At least 13 are dead as devastating floods slammed to the Texas Hill Country. The Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in under an hour, bringing devastating flood and sweeping away homes. Hundreds are on the ground searching for survivors. Among the missing are a group of girls from a sleepaway camp. Some areas have seen at least 6 inches of rain since Thursday night, and several flash flood emergencies have been declared. Well, dry conditions in our region, but for how long? How long will that hold up throughout the week? Let's send it over to Greg for the answers.
Well, speaking of the rain, too, last night we mentioned before we went off the air that it was going to hug along I-94 and some significant amounts could happen, and really it was. Some of these areas up there picked up 3 to 5 inches, but in a very narrow corridor, they had some issues, like the Black River actually rose about 2 to 3 feet, too, with this. So we're going to see more of type of wet conditions tomorrow, and we could have some heavy rainfall, although we're probably not going to see this type of training or stationary effect that happened last night for the next hour. But now we do have the storms coming instead. There's kind of 2 periods, general periods of showers and thunderstorms that mean the other period won't have it. We're looking at mainly about 9 a.m. to about 2 p.m. I think there'll be a little bit of a break. Doesn't mean everyone will not see activity between 2 and 5, and then another round potentially 5 to about 9 p.m. And then I think everything really dwindles pretty quickly after 9. The good news is Sunday is looking cooler, less humid, and plenty of sunshine too. It actually will be probably the best day overall to be outside of the whole period here. The severe threat is there. It's going to be kind of pulsed or isolated in nature. Kind of we saw some of that last night too. I'm not expecting a widespread severe event, but you could see some of those events get damaging winds and hail too with it. Now overall we're going to wake up mostly dry until we get about 7 or 8. There'll be activity here. Here's the first line, kind of a leftover from Saturday night that'll be coming through. So about 8 to 9 you'll see some activity north of Eau Claire. Eventually by after about 11 to maybe noon you'll start seeing that approach the Mississippi River, get towards La Crosse. That activity will kind of sweep across the area, eventually coming through and kind of falling apart by about 1 to 2. Once that falls apart, we might have a little bit of break. Here's the cold front right there coming through. So then we'll have another line probably developing in the afternoon at some point. This will be a narrow, thin line. Could potentially be some stronger storms. You see about 5. It comes through Eau Claire, stretching down to Rochester. That begins to push east towards the La Crosse, probably about 6 to 7. You see a little bit ramp up as it gets towards southwest Wisconsin. A little more daytime heating here could help to make these a little bit stronger as they come through about 7 to 8. And then by the time we get to 9, we'll see all that activity begin to push east. A few lingering showers, isolated maybe, that'll continue for a few hours, but generally I think drier conditions after about 9 p.m. And by the time we get to midnight and going on, it's going to clear out pretty nicely for Sunday. Temperatures, is noted, it's a little bit still warm towards southwest Wisconsin because of daytime heating and missing some of the activity. Otherwise, we're going to have enough cloud cover to keep the temperatures down from what we had today, maybe about 5 to 6 degrees, although humidity will still remain there. Less humid, really nice conditions for Sunday, low 80s, mid 80s, a lot of sunshine too with the north wind, so really it's going to be a refreshing change in the atmosphere around this area. And the good news is it continues on Monday. We kind of turn the winds around a little bit, but still low to mid 80s, humidity wise, still low. Now we do have rain chances coming in next week. There's the chances that we're going on for Saturday, Sunday not much. And then going into Tuesday and Wednesday, another system begins to approach from the northwest. Showers potentially will start coming through. This will be a weaker system, so we're looking maybe Tuesday and Wednesday potentially for some showers possible coming through. A lot of questions still remain how much moisture this will be able to work with, but we're not expecting a lot of precipitation. But that's our next chance coming with maybe more towards the weekend. The good news is we're not expecting a really big swing up in temperatures prior to that coming. I'm going just back up a few degrees for Tuesday before we come back down Wednesday and Thursday, and then a cooler system maybe towards next week, and there is a trend to be a little bit cooler going into next week, and which means we could be back in the upper 70s, low 80s.
Oh, 70s. I wasn't expecting to
well,
hear
yeah, I remember Lady Smith area could be in the mid to upper 70s time of year. So, but yeah, tomorrow definitely keep the app handy. You got outdoor plans. Stay tuned. We will have showers and thunderstorm out there, and we'll keep note if we get any strong or severe.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, it's one of the greatest sporting events of the summer, the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, and we've got the return of Joey Chestnut. Kate is in next with sports.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
As my go-to guy, can you fix my smartphone?
Yes.
Do you have car batteries?
Yeah.
What about golf cart batteries?
Of course.
Battery for my G-Fob?
Absolutely.
My boat?
Huge variety.
Toy boat?
Sure.
Motorcycles?
You bet.
My apartment building?
Whole building.
Do you have batteries for my party lights?
Yeah.
Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Get an 11% rebate on all outdoor storage at Menards. Suncast sheds have the storage space you need for any backyard. Whether you're protecting toys and furniture or storing yard tools, Suncast's selection of durable, low-maintenance outdoor sheds come in a variety of styles and sizes to fit any yard. Get this Everett 6x3 storage shed on sale now for $399.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Hey, Dominic here. We always get asked, what do you have for ground pork? With over 40 blends at our outlet store, we recommend these 4: Bavarian sausage, breakfast sausage, Italian, and pork. First, you need ground pork, preferably from a local meat shop. Mix in 2 to 3 teaspoons of Please Name per pound, make into patties, and cook thoroughly until done. All 4 of these choices will make great tasting sausage patties, and they're low in sodium. Get these seasonings and more at the outlet store. And it's time to pig out.
You got batteries for my side-by-side?
Yes.
Replace my flashlight?
Sure thing. What about my business?
Ooh, good one.
100%. Batteries for my fleet of trucks?
Gas floor scrubbers?
Yes, and fire panels. We have pallets of batteries.
Well, what about...
As your go-to guy, if it needs a battery, we have it.
Well, that's all you had to say.
Could have led with that.
Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Milwaukee's looking to bounce back after dropping a series in New York. They're spending their holiday weekend down in Miami. Let's go there. Brewers up against the Marlins, tied at 1 in the third, but the runner on third, William Contreras, finds the gap in left. That scores Ortiz. Milwaukee takes the lead. Next inning, Joey Ortiz at the plate this time, and he goes back up the middle, off the pitcher and into the outfield. That scores 2 runs. Milwaukee goes up 3. But Miami would fight back, and Jesus Lopez is going to take Quinn Priester deep. A 2-run shot over the wall and left ties this game at 5. 8th inning. Now, Yelich on first, and Jackson Chourio is going to be the 4th of July hero. Down the line in left field, Yelich comes all the way around to score, and that was the difference maker. Brewers, they get the win 6-5. All right, Cubs with an afternoon game today, looking to put the pressure on the rest of the division early in the day. That's exactly what they did. First inning, Seiya Suzuki at the plate, and Suzuki's going to take a trip around the bases, blasts a solo home run. Cubs get the scoring started. Very next batter, and Pete Crow Armstrong is going to do some more of the same. Pulls this pitch deep to right. Cubs go back to back, and then in the second inning, Michael Busch is going to keep the fireworks going. He would have 3 home runs on the day. Cubs would finish with 8 homers in the game. They get the win 11-3. So this is how the NL Central is shaping up to be. Chicago still at the top. Milwaukee keeping pace, but still 4 games back. Cardinals 6.5 games back. Cincinnati 7 games back. And not listed are the Pirates, who are 15.5 games back. All right, to the American League in Minnesota, the Twins hosting the Rays. Scoreless in the 5th, but with nobody on. Harrison Bader going to send a rocket out to left over the wall for a home run. Twins take the lead. Then in the 9th, tied at 3, Bader at the plate again, and he's going to blast a walk-off home run. That's certainly one way to celebrate the 4th of July. Twins get the win 4-3. All right, here in lacrosse, the Loggers with an afternoon game taking on the Thunder Bay Border Cats, tied at 1 in the 4th inning, but with a man on second, Aiden Wright is going to break the tie. Goes up the middle for an RBI. Loggers take the lead. Later, now 4-1, but with 2 guys on, Eli Small finds the outfield. That'll score 2 as the Loggers, they close this one out 6-1 the final. They'll hit the road to Waterloo for the weekend. And on the softball side of things, the Steam pick up another win over the Mankato Habaneros. They'll be back in lacrosse tomorrow evening for a doubleheader at Copeland Park. Tonight at the Viroqua Park Bowl, many members of the Legion baseball community gathered to celebrate the 50th season of the Legion baseball in Viroqua. P. Swanson, a huge influence on Legion baseball as he passed away last summer. Today, they officially retired his jersey and dedicated the scoreboard in his name. The Viroqua Legion tournament will continue all weekend with games all day on Saturday and Sunday. It's one of the greatest sporting events of the summer, the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest in Coney Island, New York. It was the return of the greatest competitive food eater, some would say, in history. Joey Chestnut missed last year's contest due to a sponsorship dispute, but he was back and picked up right where he left off. 70.5 hot dogs and buns consumed in 10 minutes as he took first place by 24 dogs as he earned his 17th mustard belt and continues to stamp himself as one of the best athletes we've ever seen. Also on the women's side, Miki Sudo won her 11th title as she took down 33 hot dogs and buns. I know it's 4th of July, so that's why we're doing the hot dogs, but I feel like here in lacrosse, we should have a cheese curd eating contest.
Oh, okay. I'm sure there's plenty of those around here,
I feel like
right?
those go down really easy. Every time I have them, I mean, I feel like I could eat a ton, but that's probably why the contest would be so hard.
Yeah, it would. That is definitely a mind over matter competition. You've got to be strong up there, I think.
To keep going, keep going. You want to be done and not throw up. Exactly.
And not throw up. All right, more news right after this.
Fudge could be so dandy. Pop into Valley Fudge and Candy.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a Quarter Pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any 2 for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Whether you're chasing early morning trout or trolling for walleye at dusk, Fleet Farm's got the fishing gear you need at the best prices guaranteed. Like Zebco's Rome Blue Spincast Reel, on sale for $29.99. The Okeechobee Fats Soft Side Gear Bag is now only $19.99. And Reef Runner's Flash Shad Lipless Crankbaits are just 2 for $17. Turn bites into bragging rights with the right gear from Fleet Farm. And check out all our weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Ugh, migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day, so I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. It's the King Furniture Pre-4th of July Savings Event going on now.
Fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Police in Milwaukee captured a wallaby on the run. Wallabies are similar to kangaroos and are typically found in Australia, but not this one. It was running loose Thursday near a FedEx facility outside Milwaukee. After local police caught it, the animal let them pet it before trying to hop away. Police say the wallaby has been reunited with its owner. Well, I'll be. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after the break.
We're a team you can trust and we're local. We see our members out in the public all the time. Want to be able to look them in the eye and know that we did right by them.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Time is running out on the area's biggest and best furniture sale. The huge 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's everything you've asked for. Store-wide sale prices, 48-month special financing, and we'll even pay for your gas just for shopping. At Drury's, you'll save on the area's finest selection of quality brands like Stressless, Flex Steel, and Smith Brothers, all at incredible savings. It's the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. But you'll have to hurry. It all ends Monday.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that is green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
Jolivet Family Farms homegrown goodness. Stop by today for some homegrown raspberries available in the market. Check for availability. Come see all that we have. Kohlrabi, onions, baby red potatoes, carrots, popcorn, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
A big part of my job is building relationships with people, and being the team you can trust means being here for you.
'Cause everybody's
Welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
All right, showers and thunderstorms will come through tomorrow. Some could be strong or severe, not expecting a widespread severe event, but we will have that for your outdoor activities. It will be cooler temperature-wise for most areas given the cloud cover. However, humidity levels will still be there until we get much cooler conditions coming in for Sunday and Monday, back to where we should be. That rain chance Tuesday and Wednesday is fairly light, but I think the big story going for most of the next week is lesser humidity and pretty seasonable conditions with a little bit more better rain chance towards next weekend.
Hopefully we didn't miss all the fireworks. Did you do something different tonight?
No. Why does it look different?
Maybe a hat.
Yeah.
Maybe a little hat.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July.